If your mirror faces this, illness will follow. Have you ever felt strangely drained or unwell at home and couldn't explain why? It might not be stress or the weather. Sometimes the answer lies right in front of us, literally. The placement of your mirror could quietly be disturbing the harmony of your space and even affecting your health without you realizing it. In today's video, the Journey of Wisdom will take you through ancient yet practical insights on how to reposition the energy in your home using time-tested Feng Shui guidance. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to restore peace, clarity, and health in your space. But before we begin, take a moment to ground yourself. Leave a positive affirmation in the comments like, "I welcome harmony and healing into my home," or share one that speaks to your heart. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Journey of Wisdom, where we grow, reflect, and live with intention together. Number 1. Why is mirror placement important? Let us begin by shedding light on a household item that most of us use every day, yet rarely consider as anything more than a simple object of utility: the mirror. To many, it is just something we glance into as we prepare for the day, or a decorative piece that adds a touch of elegance to a room. But in the ancient wisdom of Feng Shui, the mirror is far more than that. It is a silent influencer of energy, capable of shaping the emotional and physical atmosphere of our home. In this tradition, every object carries a kind of energy, and the mirror, in particular, is seen as both a magnifier and a deflector. This means its placement can significantly enhance the harmony of a living space or disturb it. Why does this matter in the rhythm of modern life? Because more than ever, our homes have become sacred spaces. They are not just where we eat and sleep, but where we work, heal, reflect, and recharge. If our surroundings are filled with subtle negative energy, that emotional clutter seeps into our health, our relationships, and our peace of mind. Mirrors, being reflective, not only bounce light but also reflect energy. What they face is what they multiply. When a mirror reflects natural light or a serene garden scene, it doesn't just make the room feel brighter, it amplifies the peaceful energy from outside and brings it into the home. It can be a window into a world of tranquility, but the opposite is also true. If a mirror faces a messy storage area, a dark hallway, or even a sharp corner from a neighboring building, it can project that uneasy energy into the room, amplifying what we subconsciously want to avoid. This is why Feng Shui experts often treat the placement of mirrors with the same importance as doorways or the orientation of a bed. A well-placed mirror can deflect harmful energies that might otherwise stream directly into your living space from a pointed object outside the home, a cluttered neighbor's yard, or a sharp building corner nearby. However, if a mirror is misaligned, say, directly facing your bed or reflecting a pile of clutter, it could instead be pulling that negative energy inward. And in such cases, it doesn't just affect aesthetics or mood, it can manifest as disturbed sleep, heightened anxiety, chronic fatigue, and even unexplained health issues that seem to arise without cause. So what does this mean for you, especially in today's world where stress, digital overload, and environmental chaos are already knocking on our doors? It means taking a second look at how your space reflects the energy you want to cultivate. Walk around your home slowly. Observe what your mirrors are facing. Are they catching joyful, uplifting sense or things you'd rather not have doubled in your daily life? Making small adjustments, such as turning a mirror slightly to reflect a calming view or moving one away from a cluttered spot, can bring immediate relief not just visually, but energetically. The truth is, our surroundings are talking to us all the time. They affect how we feel, how we think, and how we live. In Buddhist thought, our outer world and inner world mirror one another. When we take the time to clear space and align the energy around us, we also clear the path within. So consider this not just home advice, but a life lesson. Be mindful of what energy you are reflecting, both in your home and in your heart. The mirror, it turns out, is not only reflecting your face, it's reflecting your life. And the good news? You have the power to shift it toward peace, balance, and well-being. Number 2. Dangerous mirror placements. 1. Mirror facing the bed. One of the most overlooked but impactful design choices in our bedrooms is the placement of mirror, especially when a mirror directly faces the bed. While it might seem harmless or even useful to have a mirror in the bedroom for dressing, checking your outfit, or creating a sense of spaciousness, it's important to understand that this setup carries deeper consequences that are often ignored. According to ancient Feng Shui principles, a mirror reflecting the bed does more than bounce back light or offer convenience. It can quietly disrupt your well-being in ways that show up gradually but affect you deeply. The bedroom is meant to be a sanctuary, a place where your body restores itself and your mind finds peace. A mirror, on the other hand, is a tool that reflects and amplifies energy. When these two elements meet in direct opposition, calmness versus constant movement, disharmony follows. And while this may sound like a purely cultural belief, modern life shows us again and again how our surroundings influence our mental and physical states. Think of how you feel when you're in a messy room versus a clean one, or when your phone lights up in the middle of the night. It's the same kind of subtle intrusion. When a mirror faces your bed, your brain stays slightly on edge. Even in deep sleep, your subconscious remains alert, interpreting your own reflection, even a shifting shadow, in that reflection as a potential presence. This unconscious alertness can prevent you from reaching the deeper stages of restorative sleep. You may not even realize the connection, but frequent nighttime awakenings, heart palpitations, vague anxiety, or simply waking up feeling exhausted despite a full night in bed can all be tied to this energetic interference. And beyond the physical, there's also an emotional weight. People often report feeling emotionally flat, unusually irritable, or even quietly sad without a clear cause. For those going through vulnerable stages of life, pregnancy, old age, grief, recovery, the bedroom must offer safety and softness. A mirror pointed at the bed can feel like a breach of that emotional refuge, subtly feeding fear or discomfort over time. In low lighting, the reflection can seem ghostly or distorted, heightening unease and even triggering nightmares or hallucinations in sensitive individuals. In truth, what we allow into our resting space has a deep influence on our health, far more than we usually consider. In today's fast-paced and high-stress world, sleep is no longer a luxury, it's a lifeline. And yet, the quality of our rest is often compromised by things we've never thought to question. One of the easiest and most effective things you can do to protect your peace is this. If you have a mirror facing your bed, move it, or if it must stay, gently cover it with a cloth or curtain during sleep. You don't have to believe in every aspect of Feng Shui to notice the difference it makes. This small adjustment doesn't just improve your sleep, it reclaims your bedroom as a space of healing. It's an act of self-care and self-respect, a way of saying to yourself, I deserve rest that is deep, uninterrupted, and nourishing. Over time, this change can support more balanced emotions, clearer thinking, and a stronger immune system. So, in the rhythm of your daily life, pay attention to the quiet spaces. In the stillness of your bedroom, let your energy gather, not scatter. Honor that space. Your health and peace of mind are worth protecting. 2. Mirror facing the kitchen or stove. Let's talk about something that might seem small but can actually have a big impact on your health and the harmony in your home. A mirror facing your kitchen stove. Now, you might not think much of it at first glance, but according to the ancient wisdom of Feng Shui, this setup can quietly stir up trouble for both your body and your family life. Why? because the kitchen is far more than just a place to cook. It's the heart of nourishment, symbolizing the fire energy that supports your well-being and your family's vitality. This fire element represents life force, warmth, transformation, and abundance. It directly connects to your digestive organs like the liver and stomach, which are responsible for taking in, processing, and distributing nourishment. So when this space is energetically off balance, your health may start to reflect that. Now, here's where the mirror comes in. In Feng Shui, mirrors carry the qualities of water. They're cool, reflective, still, and associated with yin energy. The stove, in contrast, is pure fire-hot, active, dynamic, and full of yang energy. When a mirror reflects the stove, it sets up a silent battle between these two elements. Water puts out fire, so this clash weakens the very energy that should be warm, stable, and supportive of digestion. And when the energy of fire becomes distorted or excessive due to that mirrored reflection, it can lead to real physical symptoms. You might notice more acid reflux, bloating, poor appetite, or even liver-related issues like fatigue and irritability. Has anyone in your household ever felt oddly tired after meals or found their mood swings becoming more frequent? The energy imbalance in your kitchen could be a hidden contributor. Beyond the physical effects, there's an emotional layer too. Think about how meals bring people together. It's one of the few times in the day when we sit down as a family. But if the energy in the kitchen feels unstable, people might unconsciously avoid it. Mealtime starts to feel rushed, uncomfortable, or even tense. Over time, this can quietly erode the emotional warmth in a household. It's not just food that gets digested in the kitchen, it's connection, comfort, and care. So the question is, how is the energy in your kitchen affecting your relationships? If you notice that a mirror is directly facing your stove or cooking area, don't worry, you don't necessarily have to remove it completely. There are gentle ways to restore balance without disrupting your space. Try introducing natural wood elements like bamboo utensils, a wooden spice rack, or ceramic bowls in earth tones. Soft, warm yellow lighting can make a big difference too. And if the mirror has to stay, placing something in grounding shades like deep red or earthy brown right where the reflection lands can help absorb the imbalance and calm the energy. In the end, the lesson here is about awareness. Our homes speak to us through subtle signals we feel in certain spaces, how our bodies respond, and how our families connect. When you understand these signs, you begin to see that the energy around you is shaping your life more than you might have realized. So take a moment to observe your kitchen. Ask yourself, does this space feel warm and nourishing or scattered and tense? The energy in your home mirrors your inner world, and with just a few thoughtful changes, you can invite back balance, health, and harmony. You've come this far for a reason. Your intuition is guiding you toward healing and clarity. Drop a mirror wisdom in the comments if you're ready to invite more peace and wellness into your life. And don't leave just yet. What's coming next might be the insight that helps you transform your home into a sanctuary. 3. Mirror facing the main door. Have you ever wondered why sometimes, despite doing everything right in life, eating well, working hard, and trying to stay positive, your energy still feels drained the moment you step into your home, like there's a weight in the air that slowly wears you down over time? Now, I want to talk to you about something subtle but deeply impactful: the placement of your mirror, especially when it directly faces the main entrance of your home. This might sound like a small detail, but in the wisdom of Feng Shui, it's a serious concern that may quietly be affecting your physical health, emotional well-being, and even the overall harmony of your living space. So let's explore this together, gently and mindfully. Your main door, in the eyes of Feng Shui, is more than just an entryway. It's considered the mouth of qi, the very spot where the universe's life-giving energy enters your home to nourish everyone inside. Think of it like the breath your house takes every time that door opens. Now, if your home breathes through that entrance, what happens if you place a mirror directly across from it? It's as if, every time your home inhales, a mirror forces it to exhale that vital energy instantly. Instead of absorbing the positivity and letting it spread throughout your rooms, that energy is reflected back out, denied entry, like a kind friend turned away at the door. And what does that do to you? Over time, it begins to show up in quiet but persistent ways. You might feel more tired, especially in the mornings. Or perhaps you've noticed that minor health issues, those nagging headaches, constant colds, or feelings of heaviness seem to linger without explanation. Elders or those with lower vitality might be hit the hardest, as the protective and uplifting energy they need just isn't settling into the space. Could it be that your home is trying to breathe, but can't? And here's where it becomes even more fascinating. Mirrors don't just reflect energy, they interact with it. If your mirror happens to reflect the front door and beyond that, something harsh like a road that points directly at your house, or electrical poles, or even a sharp corner from a nearby building, then it can do more than mirror negativity, it can amplify it. Like a loudspeaker for bad vibes, unintentionally inviting more disruption into your emotional and energetic life. Have you ever felt restless at home without a clear reason? Do conflicts arise more easily, or do you struggle to fully relax even in your own bedroom? This subtle, energetic interference could be playing a role, quietly unsettling your peace of mind. But the good news is you can restore harmony. If removing the mirror isn't an option, there are gentle, healing ways to shift the energy. You can soften the space by placing a beautiful Feng Shui painting between the mirror and the door, something serene like a sunrise over the mountains or a calm waterfall. These images aren't just pretty, they symbolize movement and peace, guiding the energy gently into your home rather than rejecting it. Or try placing a decorative screen or small divider in front of the mirror to prevent the direct reflection. This simple buffer can slow down the energy, giving it time to settle instead of bounce back out. And here's a little traditional wisdom. Hanging a small convex bagua mirror on the outside of your door can reflect harsh energy away before it even enters. Or attach a lucky coin charm to your door handle. Tiny acts like this carry centuries of symbolic power, helping your space breathe more freely and protectively. So I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect. What is your home mirroring back to you? Does your space feel like it embraces you, or does something feel off? Sometimes the answers lie not in the loud changes, but in the quiet shifts, the placement of a mirror, the image on a wall, the energy flowing through your front door. Your home is sacred space. Let's treat it with the care and intention it deserves. 4. Mirrors in children's rooms. When designing a child's room, it's natural to focus on color schemes, toys, or furniture, but one often overlooked element can deeply affect a child's well-being: mirrors. Though seemingly harmless, a mirror placed in the wrong spot, particularly in a space meant for rest and growth, can quietly disrupt a child's emotional and physical balance. Children, especially those in their early developmental years, are highly sensitive to the energies and stimuli in their environment. Their minds are still learning to distinguish between imagination and reality, and their bodies are in a constant state of energetic transformation. So when a mirror is placed in their room, specially across from the bed, it doesn't just reflect images, it reflects energy, emotions, and even subtle disturbances that adults may not notice. In low light, a child may misinterpret their own reflection as a stranger in the room, creating unnecessary fear or confusion. This can lead to disturbed sleep, frequent night waking, or even emotional outbursts that seem to have no cause, but are rooted in their subconscious reaction to the environment. From the perspective of Feng Shui system that has guided the balance of space and energy for centuries, mirrors are deeply connected to yin energy, which is cooler, more passive, and reflective. This energy can be beneficial in certain spaces, but in a child's room, where bright, active yang energy is essential for growth, learning, and emotional strength, yin energy can become a disruptive influence. Many parents may not connect their child's daytime irritability or nighttime restlessness to the presence of a mirror, but it's worth considering if your child seems chronically tired, experiences frequent nightmares, or shows signs of emotional withdrawal. These symptoms can emerge gradually, making them easy to overlook until they become part of a daily struggle. If a room feels consistently heavy, cold, or uninviting despite being clean and well lit, this imbalance could be a sign that the flow of energy known as qi in Feng Shui is being interrupted, often by mirrors bouncing energy around in unpredictable ways. It's important to understand that children are still calibrating their own internal rhythms, and the energy of the space they sleep in plays a crucial role in how well they develop both mentally and physically. So, what can be done if a mirror is already part of the room and can't be removed right away? There are gentle, mindful ways to soften its impact. Consider adding elements that create harmony and diffuse sharp energies, such as soft music from a lullaby box, a calming wind chime near a window, or even a playful mobile made from wood or natural fabric. These introduce healing sounds and natural textures that ground the space, making it more nurturing. You can also replace harsh-edged mirrors with smaller, rounded ones made from materials like wicker, rattan, or cloth-wrapped frames. These not only serve a decorative function, but also feel emotionally softer and more inviting to a child's intuitive perception. In today's world, where screens and fast-paced stimuli dominate so much of a child's life, their bedrooms should be a safe Havana place where their energy can replenish, not be scattered. As caregivers, we can look beyond what simply looks good and consider what feels good and supports peaceful, healthy development. By being more intentional with something as simple as where and how a mirror is placed, we can create environments that gently support our children's emotional stability and help them grow into balanced, resilient individuals. Small shifts in our awareness can make a world of difference, and the wisdom of ancient practices like Feng Shui offers a gentle, thoughtful reminder to honor the unseen forces that shape our lives every day. 5. Mirror facing the bathroom. Let's talk about something that may seem small but could be quietly affecting the energy in your home and even your well-being: a mirror facing the bathroom door. You might think it's just a harmless design choice, but according to traditional Feng Shui, this setup can create real imbalances in your space and, over time, in your body and mind too. So, why is this such a big deal? Well, the bathroom is already considered the area with the most stagnant, or what we might call impure, energy in a home. That doesn't mean it's bad after all. Bathrooms serve an essential function, but it does mean the energy there needs to be handled with care. Bathrooms hold strong yin energy linked to water, dampness, and low light. When you add a mirror directly across from the bathroom door, that mirror does more than reflect, it amplifies. It doesn't just bounce back what it sees, it spreads it. So instead of keeping that heavy, yin-dominated energy contained, the mirror acts like a messenger, carrying that energy into the rest of your home. Now think about the atmosphere that creates. When energy isn't flowing right, when it feels heavy, damp, or cold, you might notice your body reacts in subtle ways. Maybe your limbs feel cold or your muscles stiff. Maybe you sleep 8 hours but still wake up tired, or you've been feeling low and can't quite explain why. A mirror in this position can even affect your digestion, leading to bloating, stomach discomfort, or appetite changes. Why does this happen? Because energy isn't just outside of use, it's something we're always in conversation with. When the environment is off balance, our body listens. Have you ever walked into a room and felt uneasy, even if everything looked fine? That's the kind of invisible influence we're talking about here. This isn't just about physical health either. Mirrors reflecting negative or stagnant spaces can influence your mental clarity and emotional state. You may notice it becomes harder to focus, that your sleep is shallow, or that a vague sense of anxiety starts to linger. It's not magus, it's about harmony. In both Eastern and Western traditions, our surroundings deeply affect how we feel and function. So what can you do if you have a mirror facing your bathroom door? Don't worry, it doesn't require a full renovation. Small, thoughtful changes can shift everything. Placing a barrier between the mirror and the bathroom, like a small shelf, an air-purifying plant, or even a decorative item made from natural materials, can break that direct energetic pathway. These aren't just aesthetic fixes, they serve a purpose: to soften, redirect, and rebalance the flow of energy. You can also switch the lighting in that space. Instead of using cold, bluish-white light, which enhances the chill and dampness-free warm yellow lighting, this invites a more comforting and vibrant energy that naturally balances the room. It's a subtle but powerful way to reclaim harmony. So now, ask yourself, could the placement of something as simple as a mirror be influencing how your home feels and how you feel within it? The deeper lesson here is not just about Feng Shui, it's about awareness. It's a reminder that our environment is not separate from us. We shape it, and it shapes us in return. By being mindful of how energy moves in our living spaces, we begin to support our own healing, clarity, and peace from the ground up. So take a moment to look around your home with fresh eyes. Where might energy be getting stuck? What small shifts can you make today to invite more balance and well-being into your life? Thank you for watching this. Fire awareness is already shifting toward a more balanced and mindful way of living. If you care about protecting your energy and your loved ones, type clear reflections in the comments to show you're ready to make positive changes. Keep watching, because what you're about to learn could be the key to restoring harmony in your space. Best mirror placements, Feng Shui approved. Now that we've uncovered the biggest mirror placement mistakes that can disrupt your home's energy, you might be asking yourself, where exactly should a mirror go to boost health, invite prosperity, and create a vibrant atmosphere throughout the house? In this next section, we'll dive into the most Feng Shui-approved mirror placement spots that are known to enhance energy flow and attract powerful positive benefits. Unlike the no-go zones we covered earlier, a properly placed mirror can work like a secret weapon in your space. It can reflect light, expand energy, and elevate the overall vibe of your home. In Feng Shui, mirrors are more than decorative pieces, they're energy activators. When they reflect lively, light-filled, or abundant areas, they magnify those qualities and help bring harmony, clarity, and fortune into your daily life. Number 1. Near windows or natural views. Placing a mirror near a window or anywhere that captures a view of trees, gardens, water, or natural light is more than just a decorative choice. It's a subtle act of inviting life force, or qi, deeper into your living space. When a mirror reflects greenery and sunlight, it symbolically and energetically multiplies that natural vitality, nurturing both the space and the spirit of those who dwell within. In our fast-paced modern lives, surrounded by concrete and screens, we are often disconnected from nature's rhythms, and such a placement becomes a gentle reconnection, a mirror, not just of the outside world, but of our inner need for stillness, breath, and beauty. This simple shift in your home can support emotional balance and mental clarity, encouraging a calmer mind and a more open heart. As the Zen master Dogen said, "To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be awakened by all things." When we align our homes with the vitality of nature, we naturally align our minds with peace. A mirror that captures morning light or greenery doesn't just bring brightness to a room, it also lifts the energy of spaces that might feel stagnant or dim. Light has a psychological power, and its reflection can elevate our moods, much like kind words repeated in our hearts. This can be particularly supportive for those dealing with fatigue, low motivation, or emotional heaviness, as brighter and more expansive spaces encourage movement and flow within the mind. Just as the Buddha taught, "As a flower does not pick and choose the bees that come to it, so the wise person welcomes all experience as part of the path." The reflected light from a mirror becomes an embrace of the present, a welcoming of life in its fullness, even from a simple pane of glass. In practical terms, this placement also makes cramped areas feel more open and helps fresh air and light travel farther, improving air quality and potentially easing the pressure on your nervous and respiratory systems, especially in older adults. So when you place a mirror, think of it as placing a window into Balancia, chance to open your inner space as much as your outer one, making room for breath, clarity, and the wisdom of nature to quietly enter and transform your home. Number 2. In living rooms, avoid reflecting the front door. Let's talk about something simple but powerful: how the placement of a mirror in your living room can completely shift the energy of your space. You might already know that mirrors can make a room feel bigger and brighter, but there's more to it than just aesthetics. When placed with intention, mirrors can enhance the atmosphere, inviting a sense of harmony and warmth. In the living room, which is often the heart of the homier place where family gathers, conversations unfold, and memories are made, your mirror has the potential to either support or disturb that energy flow. So, how do you make sure it helps instead of harms? First, think of what the mirror reflects. Is it catching the glow of a warm lamp, a peaceful painting, or maybe fresh flowers on a table? These are the kinds of reflections that echo back comfort and abundance, reminding everyone in the room of joy, beauty, and life. But here's one crucial thing to avoid: never place a mirror so that it directly reflects the front door. You might wonder why this matters. In many traditions, especially those rooted in energy and balance like Feng Shui, the front door is where energy, also known as Qi, enters your home. When a mirror faces the door, it can bounce that incoming energy right back out, almost like rejecting the good vibes before they even get a chance to settle in. So ask yourself, is my mirror welcoming energy into the room or pushing it away? A simple shift in angle or placement can change everything. Place it in a way that the mirror helps energy move gently through the room, not straight out of it. Think of your living room as a space where energy wants to linger, where guests feel at ease, and where your family can truly relax and thrive. When you're mindful about what your mirror reflects, you're also being mindful about what kind of life you're inviting in. The takeaway here is simple. A mirror isn't just a decoration, it's a channel for energy. Use it to reflect what you want more of in your life. Is your living room set up to welcome peace, abundance, and connection? That's the real question to explore. Number 3. In dining areas. Let's take a moment to explore the beauty and subtle power of mirror placement in one of the most important spaces in your home, the dining area. This isn't just about interior design, it's about shaping energy, intention, and harmony in a space where you gather with loved ones. In the wisdom of Feng Shui, the dining table is much more than just a place to eat. It represents abundance, nourishment, and the joy of sharing. So when you place a mirror in the dining room thoughtfully, You're not just enhancing light or adding depth to the space, you're symbolically doubling the blessings that mealtime brings. Think about this. When a mirror reflects a vibrant, lovingly prepared meal, or the joyful presence of family around the table, it multiplies not only the image, but the energy of togetherness, prosperity, and gratitude. As the Buddha once said, "Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship." When we eat mindfully and with gratitude, we feed more than our bodies, we nourish our hearts and spirits. But here's where a little mindfulness makes a big difference. Don't place the mirror directly in front of someone's seat. Why? Because feeling like you're being watched can disturb that sense of comfort and presence that meals are meant to create. A slightly off-center or angled placement can still reflect the abundance on the table without making anyone feel uneasy. Have you ever noticed how different a meal feels when everyone is relaxed, laughing, and really present with each other? A well-placed mirror can support that feeling by bringing in more light, more warmth, and more awareness of the beauty around you. What kind of energy do you want your meals to hold? Is it calmness, celebration, connection? Let this question guide not only how you decorate your dining space, but how you live and gather in it. After all, every meal is an opportunity not just to eat, but to deepen bonds, cultivate gratitude, and invite more harmony into your home. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below with one word that you'd like your meals to bring into your life. For example, peace. What feel do you want to multiply at your table? Just one word. Number 4. In hallways, side walls only. Placing mirrors thoughtfully in long, narrow hallways, especially on the side wall scan, create a powerful yet subtle shift in both the energy and ambience of your home. When we walk through a narrow space, particularly one that lacks natural light, we may not realize how much that space can affect our mood or even our energy levels. Mirrors on the side walls help open up the space visually, making it feel less confined and more welcoming. Unlike placing a mirror directly across from a doorway, which can bounce energy too aggressively and create a jarring or chaotic feeling, positioning it on the side walls encourages a gentler, more harmonious flow. This subtle redirection of light and movement is especially important in homes with elderly family members or young children, who tend to be more sensitive to the emotional tone of a space. A mirror here helps to soften sharp architectural lines that may otherwise create a sense of unease or rushed movement through the hallway. In modern life, where so much of our time is spent moving quickly, both physically and mentally, having small areas of peace and balance throughout our homes can make a big difference in our overall sense of calm. Think of this not just as a design tip, but as a way of creating small moments of stillness in everyday transitions. Whether you're heading to your home office, the kitchen, or simply passing through, the way your hallway feels affects how you carry yourself into the next part of your day. When you align your environment with care and attention, it supports your emotional and mental well-being in return. So, when thinking about where to place your mirrors, remember that even a side wall in a hallway can become a quiet ally in cultivating a home that nurtures peace and balance. Number 5. Reflecting symbols of wealth and growth. Let's talk about a powerful but often overlooked way to invite positive energy into your space, placing a mirror where it reflects symbols of wealth, knowledge, or personal growth. This tip comes from traditional Feng Shui, and while it's simple, it carries deep meaning. You're not just placing a mirror for decoration, you're inviting energy to flow toward the areas of your life that matter most. Think about what in your home symbolizes abundance to you. It could be a safe where you keep valuable items, a cabinet filled with important documents, or even a bookshelf that holds years of learning and personal development. When a mirror reflects these areas, it's said to double and energize what they represent: intelligence, financial security, opportunity, and motivation. But it's not just about the objects, it's about the intention behind them. What does that space mean to you? How do you feel when you look at it? In this practice, your mirror becomes more than a surface, it becomes a tool that magnifies energy and focus. Feng Shui teaches that what we reflect is what we enhance. So when you allow your mirror to echo symbols of prosperity or growth, you're choosing to place your attention and your energy on progress, wisdom, and abundance. But there's a key detail. The mirror must be clean. A dusty mirror is thought to blur the energy and block the flow of positivity. Ask yourself, what might be clouding your own clarity or motivation right now? Just as you would wipe a mirror to restore its shine, how can you clear your own inner space to better reflect what you truly value? This approach is a gentle reminder that your outer space often mirrors your inner world. The mirror's placement becomes a symbol of your mindfulness and invitation to focus on what you want to grow in your life. So take a look around. What in your environment deserves more light, more energy, more reflection? And what can you do today to honor those areas and keep their energy flowing freely? Lesson to carry forward. When you intentionally reflect symbols of abundance, learning, or success, you don't just decorate your space, you shape the energy within it. Keep your mirrors clean, your focus clear, and your heart open to growth. Maintenance and Feng Shui mirror care tips. Even when you've carefully placed your mirrors according to Feng Shui principles, their potential to enhance positive energy in your home depends just as much on how you care for them daily. Feng Shui isn't only about arranging objects in the right positions, it's about creating a space that supports harmony, well-being, and mindful living. Just like we nurture our relationships or tend to a garden, our home requires ongoing attention, and mirrors, as powerful energy tools, are no exception. If neglected or misused, even the most strategically placed mirror can end up disrupting the flow of energy rather than supporting it. That's why it's so important to not only consider where your mirror is placed, but also how it is maintained, treated, and integrated into the energy of your living space. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked but essential habits: keeping your mirrors clean. In Feng Shui, mirrors are often described as the eyes of a home. They reflect the space back to us, symbolizing clarity, truth, and perception. When the surface of a mirror is dusty, smudged, or cloudy, it not only dulls the aesthetic of your space but also muddies the energy being reflected. This can lead to a sense of stagnation or heaviness, even if the rest of your room is tidy and bright. Think of it like this: if your own eyes were foggy, how would your view of the world be? By keeping mirrors sparkling clean, you're allowing them to clearly reflect light and life, which helps to magnify good energy and maintain a vibrant, uplifting atmosphere in your home. It's a small act that carries significant emotional and energetic weight. Just a few minutes of mindful cleaning can leave your space feeling noticeably lighter and more open. Another critical point is to avoid using cracked, broken, or jagged-edged mirrors. While some might think a small chip or crack is no big deal, in Feng Shui, these imperfections symbolize fragmentation and instability. A cracked mirror doesn't just reflect a broken image, it subtly communicates imbalance to our subconscious minds. This can affect how we feel in our space, creating an undercurrent of anxiety or emotional tension without us even realizing why. Moreover, distorted reflections from a damaged mirror can lead to a distorted energy field, which may result in disrupted sleep, arguments among family members, or a general feeling of being out of sync. Replacing broken mirrors isn't just a matter of aesthetics, it's a form of self-care and respect for the energy of your home. If replacing it isn't possible right away, consider covering the mirror with a beautiful fabric until you can. This simple gesture prevents it from continuously radiating fragmented energy. Additionally, the way you move your mirrors plays a surprisingly big role in how energy flows through your home. Mirrors are incredibly sensitive tools in Feng Shui, and shifting them around without understanding the direction of energy flow can unintentionally disturb the balance of your space. Every corner of your home has its own energy characteristics. Some are more yang, active, others more yin, restful. So when you move a mirror, you're also redirecting how that energy circulates. If you ever do need to reposition one, do it with presence and purpose. The best time is during the day, ideally in the morning or early afternoon, when sunlight is strong and vibrant. Clean the mirror first before moving it, and handle it with care. These small acts signal to your home that you're being thoughtful and respectful, helping to ensure the new placement enhances harmony rather than disrupting it. One easily overlooked yet impactful mistake is placing mirrors where they reflect clutter, mess, or disorganization. This is more common than we think, especially in busy modern homes where corners of clutter can build up unnoticed. But in Feng Shui, what your mirror reflects is amplified. So if it reflects chaos, a stack of papers, laundry, or an overflowing shelf, it essentially doubles that chaotic energy in your space. Even if the rest of your home is beautiful, the presence of that one reflected mess can create a lingering sense of overwhelm or mental clutter. Instead, aim to position your mirrors so they reflect beauty, light, or open space. This not only makes your room appear larger and brighter, but also reinforces feelings of calm and spaciousness. It's a great reminder that what we choose to focus on and duplicate uplift us, not weigh us down. Finally, shift your mindset from cleaning the mirror to refreshing the energy. Treat this as a small but meaningful ritual, a way to honor your space and reset its vibration. When you clean your mirror, especially in the morning when natural light is most abundant, you are energetically resetting what the mirror reflects. This is a perfect moment to pause, breathe deeply, and set an intention for the day: clarity, peace, abundance, or anything else your home needs more of. A weekly routine is ideal, but even more important is the spirit in which you do it. With each gentle wipe, you're not just removing dust, you're removing dullness from your environment and creating space for light and renewal. In our busy lives, these kinds of grounding rituals can become quiet anchors, helping us reconnect to our homes and ourselves. In modern life, where screens and distractions are everywhere, the simple presence of a clean, thoughtfully placed mirror can serve as a gentle reminder to slow down and be intentional with how we shape our space. As you move through your daily routines, remember that the way we treat the physical world around us reflects how we care for our inner world. So treat your mirrors and your home with reverence and attentiveness. When we do, they not only become tools of beauty and design, but gateways for harmony, clarity, and balanced energy to enter our lives. Thank you for joining us today on the journey of wisdom. As we've seen, the placement of something as simple as a mirror can quietly shape the energy of our homes and our lives. When used with care and intention, mirrors can reflect not just light, but peace, well-being, and balance. So take a moment this week to walk through your home with fresh eyes. What is being reflected, and how can you shift your space to reflect more clarity, more harmony, and more of the life you wish to live? If you found value in this video, please give it a like, share it with someone who might need this insight, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming reflections on mindful living, ancient teachings, and practical ways to create peace in modern life. Until next time, may your space be calm, your energy balanced, and your heart at ease.